Welcome to TK Cardistry. As you've already guessed by the video title, today we'll be talking about card control. But what is card control? I'll tell you, it is one of the most essential things that you will learn in the art of magic. And today I would like to share with you the most simple card controls that you can do. They are very clean, they're very effective. Most importantly, they're very simple to do, so they are beginner friendly. The 5 that I'll be teaching you will include a pinky break, a thumb break, a riffle control, so on and so forth. These are definitely worth adding into your repertoire, and my biggest tip for you guys is to, of course, practice. Practice. The better you get at it, the more natural it will look, and of course, the more believable. Without further ado, let's get into the video. You will have the spectator select any card, so let's just say that they select this card right here. This card will be the 3 of clubs. Now, what I'm gonna do in a moment is lose the card somewhere into the middle and shuffle the pack. So the 3 of clubs will go somewhere into the middle of the deck, just like so. It will go right in, and of course, following a nice shuffle. And we see that the card jumps right to the top of the deck. For the first control, you will ask the spectator to pick any random card. Let's say they will pick this one. Now you can hand them the card, they can look at it, which is the 8 of clubs, and once you get it back, put it somewhere into the middle. Now when you're fully pushing it in, you can actually show them that, like, this is the card, it's going in, no worries, right? And when you're pushing it, make sure that you apply a little bit of pressure so you create this little pocket. Once you're in this little pocket, you can put a pinky break. And just like that, you will have a very believable pinky break, just like so. Now your card is right here, or the spectator's card is right here. And all you have to do is just shuffle the packets on top of it and just drop this last one like that on top. And just like that, the spectator's card is on top of the deck. To get better at this, you can of course practice. Practice will make perfect, I guarantee you. Another tip for you guys is to practice in front of a mirror. It helps you out a lot. It helps you fix that pinky break. It helps fix all the angles from any side. And of course, let's get into the next control. The next control that I want to teach you is a little bit more advanced on the sleight of hand basis. But if you can nail this down, this will be the most effective, natural looking control that you can pull off in performances. And of course, it looks something like this. Your spectator has a free selection. So let's say that they choose this card right here. This will be the 6 of hearts. The 6 of hearts goes into the middle of the deck. And of course, I will now do the riffle shuffle. Just like that, just like so. And the card jumps right back to the top of the deck. Now, as I've said, the riffle control is just a tad bit harder, but very much doable. Again, your spectator will have a random choice. Let's say that they choose this card. This is the Joker. Now, once you're putting it back, this is the same kind of principle that applied with the pinky 3 packet. You're going to push down, create a pinky break, like so, and when you're transforming this into the riffle, you have to grab with your thumb, maintain that break, go with 2 hands right here, and just cut straight above the break, like so. Now, I know that this is very uneven, but try to make it as even as possible, and all you have to do is make sure that this is the last card that you riffle on top. So, once you finish off that riffle, make sure that this is the last card that goes on top, and just like so, your spectator's card is right on top of the deck. For this control, I recommend that you guys keep the breaks subtle, because this is quite complex with the breaks, because you are going from a pinky break to a thumb break. You should practice that maneuver, right? From a pinky to a thumb. It is not too hard to perfect. Of course, practice it slowly. I recommend practicing this slowly at first before you, of course, do anything. And don't forget to use misdirection. The next control that I want to teach you guys is the dribble control. For this control, I recommend you guys nail down the dribble, of course, because this is a flashy control and it is very effective for performances. And the cleaner your dribble looks, the cleaner the control will look. So I'll ask my spectator to tell me when to stop. They actually have 3 choices right here. So let's say they stop right here. This card is the 4 of diamonds. Now in a moment, you'll tell me when to stop one more time. So let's say they'll tell me stop right here. The 4 of diamonds will go right on top of that packet, like so. And the rest of the deck will get dribbled right on top of that card. Now, the 3 packet, and of course, ever so slightly, that card goes right back to the top of the deck. Now, the dribble control can be performed in a very big variety of ways. My favorite way is what I showed in the performance. So I will ask you to tell me when to stop. Let's say they stop right here. So this will be the spectator selected card, the king of clubs. They will be holding on to that. I'll ask them to tell me when to stop once more. Let's say they stop right here. Now you'll put their card onto the top of where they stopped. Now, very important, and keep this in mind. When you're riffling the rest of the cards, you're not going to riffle directly on top, but you're actually going to riffle a little bit on the bottom. So you're going to make this riffle, and you can slowly make it go to the top of the deck. So you're going to have this little shape. From here, it is a very easy pinky break, just like so. When you're pushing the cards together, bend it a little bit up, and you have the little packet. This is when you slide in your pinky, square up the pack, and you have a pinky break. From here, you can do the 3 packet method or any method that you would like. And their card is on top of the deck. I do recommend doing this a little bit slower, right? Because you do want to be a little bit meticulous when doing this control, just like any control, but this one in particular, because you are going from a dribble into a pinky break. So you do have to adjust. And of course, not rushing can be a great benefit. And let's get into the next control. The next control will be using the overhand shuffle. The overhand shuffle looks something like this. It is very easy to do. Basically, all you're doing is just peeling off packets and dropping them onto the top of the deck. Now, in a control situation, it will look something like this. Your spectator can choose any random card they want. Let's say that they choose this one. This is the 6 of hearts. Now, the 6 of hearts will go right on top of the deck, and we shall shuffle them into the overhand shuffle. I'll just do it one more time. And just like this, the card should be on top of the deck. Next is the overhand control. Here they will have another random selection. So let's say that they pick this card right here. This is the 5 of spades. Here, I like to just place it on top and I'll say, let me shuffle this into the deck. Now, peel off a packet here, like so. And when you're going to peel off the next packet, peel it off a little bit to the bottom, like this. This is why being loose is very important for this shuffle, because after this is quite suspicious, so you cannot be shuffling in the same direction. So then after this packet, you can shuffle a bit on top, you can go back to the bottom, and make it just looking as messy as possible. Now here, once again, you have an out jog right above their card. What you're gonna do is come with your thumb, push a little bit up, and when you're squaring it, you will have a natural thumb break, just like this. This looks very natural because once again, you made it look very, very sloppy. So like this is okay, even though you are clearly seeing that this right here is where the break is. All the cards on top, you know, are very misshuffled too, so this will not arise any suspicion. Make sure that you're pointing directly in front of them because you would want to make sure that they don't see that you do have a slit right here. I actually like to point the deck a little bit towards them like so. And what you're gonna do is just shuffle by bringing these packets up until that break. Now you can get good at this without looking, but it is easier to just look. So once you hit that break right here, all you're gonna have to do is just drop this packet on top, and just like so, the 5 of spades is right on top of the deck. The next control is the thumb break. Now this is a little bit of a special one because instead of bringing the card to the top of the deck, you're actually going to be bringing it to the bottom. Let me demonstrate. Your spectator will choose any random card they want. Let's say that they choose this card right here, this one. It is the 3 of spades. The 3 of spades will go into the middle of the deck, just like so. And I will finish it off with a few cuts, like so. Now, just like that, I have brought the spectator's card to the bottom of the deck. And finally, we have the thumb break. The thumb break is very simple to do. Once again, a free selection of a card. Let's say this one. This is the 2 of diamonds. Here, instead of applying pressure down, what you're going to be doing is actually applying the pressure up and cutting it in a little bit of a different way. So when you're pushing in the card, you're actually going to point a little bit up and you're going to have a natural thumb break form, just like so. Again, make sure that the angles here are correct. So make sure you're directly in front of your spectator because you don't want them to see that there's a little like slit here. Very simply, you're gonna come to the bottom, you're gonna take off one packet. You can take off as many packets as you want. Let's say like I want 3, so 1, 2, and 3 arms are gonna be doing it right where the break is, like so. And just like that, the card is controlled to the bottom of the deck. Here, as I've said, you can overhand shuffle it right to the top of the deck by peeling off just one card closer to the end, like so. Now let me be clear here. This is a not obvious control. People would be expecting you, especially magicians, would be expecting you to control to the top, but instead of the top, you're actually controlling it to the bottom. My biggest tip here is to, of course, make sure you don't flash the bottom accidentally, so keep the cards low, keep the cards in your hand, you know, keep them face down, obviously. Focus on the angles, because this is a thumb break. Thumb breaks are a little bit different from pinky breaks, right? Because you're more or less keeping the pack, you know, fully slit, so make sure that the cards are pointing towards you. Now remember, control isn't about being flashy. Control is about being smooth and of course confident when you're doing it. Now, of course, as you saw, none of these tricks require years of experience. You can nail these down just through good habits and practicing often. I'm sure you can learn all of these basically in a day, right? And perfect them in a week or so. Today we have covered 5 very easy and very reliable controls. From my experience, these are very effective in performances, of course, so you can add this to your repertoire. And of course, if you have any questions, please feel free to write a comment and I'll try my best to explain it to you in the comment section. If this video helped you out, don't forget to drop a like, comment down your favorite card control in the comment section below, and of course, don't forget to subscribe for more content. And remember, the cleanest moves are sometimes the simplest.